Oh, hello, people. My name is Kali Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store. And when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH. And you get $10 for your first transaction you make. But yeah, Mahama Media, Texas, you drew her. Very soon, we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
All is well, whether good or bad. And I know at this time, the conversation online has been who is saying what and who is saying what. But as it stands now, from what we know, as much as our dealings and deliberations are concerned in this whole discussion, it is what we are going to talk about. And I'm so happy I have other industry observers, followers, and watchers here who also would want to share their opinion. And again, let's make it open. So whilst you are watching from your location, you can also share your opinion as well. And I want us to start talking about it with no ill feeling or whatsoever. It is just about the facts. Let's present the facts the way we have to present them, and that's how I want us to handle it. Let me say thanks to man like Intim Dodu Solomon. Chebo is back on the seat, and he is the online manager. Yeah. Flex Entertainment Limited. Later on, I'm sure you also will be sitting on CTV to do other discussions same way. Yeah. Roland Amate is also here. Roland is the digital communicator for Shagzy, and I have my main man. Yeah, he's back again, Kwesi Ama, who is a blogger. He's a journalist. KwesiAma.com, Kwesi Ama YouTube. Check him out and let's do some more. We are about to have a conversation. So open your minds up. Open your minds up. Open your minds up and let's talk. Let's talk, okay? Say it, I say it, and let's have a conversation. My name is Sammy Flex. I'm doing this with Digital Rasta. He's also called Currency. He's on camera. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. And to you out there, thanks for supporting us. Tap Tap Send is still here. Maybe you want to send money from abroad to Ghana. Try Tap Tap Send and nothing else. You'll still be glad you did. Now, let's look at the story this way. Last night, we were on TV, minding our business, when I started getting calls from people that, oh, Sammy, what is happening to Freedom Wave? Shatta Wale is live on Facebook and he's talking. What is happening? I said, well, wait. And let me also finish. When I finish, I'll go and watch. Then after watching, I'll know what is happening and I'll come and tell you. But after watching, I realized that indeed, Shatta Wale was not happy about the issues coming up after, as much as the Freedom Wave event is concerned. He wasn't so satisfied with it. And as a matter of fact, we needed to have a conversation about it. And that is why we are here. Now, let's listen to some of the things Shatta Wale said in the live video. So when we come back, I get the views of my people here. Then you can also add yours to it. Then we have an open conversation. Let's go watch it. I'll be right back.
I was like, yo, let's start doing promos because, you know, I got calls from like, you know, outside Ghana where everybody wants to come and enjoy the 360. You know, I got fans, shouts to my fans from Germany, shouts to my fans from London, you know, all those fans from America, you know, Canada, Australia, you know, Qatar, Dubai. I get people with it, the message and say this year they want can support. make the 360 be good, make it look good. As we just put out flyer, bang. Stonebwoy, them go put out flyer, say they do show 22nd. No problem. The stadium, you know my father, you father, so no problem. And meetings they go on, Sammy Flex, we get money. They will decide. This thing I tell you, like 1 month ago or 2 months, 1.5 months ago, we decide say we won't do this thing. So we start put some. I give Sammy money. Sammy, let's go and book the stadium quickly, at least to respect protocol. Let's just get things done properly. As we can announce it, they can't do festival. Where we get plenty things for lineup where we can't do. That boy Stonebwoy to say he won't do show 22nd. He won't do show 22nd. We put one at dates out, say from 20th. We want to do things, activities around. We want to involve all the youths. You understand me? There's a forum I want to do where I want to talk to most of the youths. It's not just a show. It's a Shatta Movement AMG festival. We will want course so that every year we go feel have make government even get involved. We dey go meetings. Even today, where they hear say they say the date interval where they do, he go do this thing. So so make Stonebwoy do in show, make we not do one a show. That's what they tell you right now. Say make Stonebwoy do in show and make we do one a show next year. Shatta Movement. If you say Afro Nation, they can't do for Ghana. Do you know how many weeks did they take set up? Where did they do them a show? Afro Nation. So Afro Nation, as government give them, they can't do. They know up some company go come. They call them Fiber Nation. They go come. They will talk say they won't do show before Afro Nation. The time where Afro Nation they take set up, no, that dates inside. No, they won't do show. No, then government okay, Afro Nation stop and let the people do their show. My nigga, Ghana we fuck up for year. It be fuck up country. You understand me? That's why sometimes I come here where they disrespect. If somebody come here where they can't talk to me, I understand. It be total foolishness. The terms here, then we for choose one who go do the show and you see the people where they do the stadium. Make I tell you something. You see what we they do? You know be kindergarten play. You understand me? You know be play thing where we they do for year. You understand me? If people their offices in the work, no say this one be to somebody work where you don't know what they go on for the work inside. So when we they do something, you for listen carefully and shut up. You people just come take this decision. What you want me to tell my fans? So fans, Charlie, they say the show we not go fit do one, but they say make Stonebwoy doing on because you know say it be like elder brother and small brother. So today, this year the elder brother do, tomorrow make the small brother to do. Then very foolish boo. All the people do the stadium the way you take that decision. Say make we not do one a show, but Stonebwoy go fit doing show. Like what plan you want get? You people want try feel there for him there. We don't say you know be Shatta Wale. Charlie, that life man pass. You see that thing we cause in the history. Whatever fake thing you people go do and make it look like. You understand me? As Shaka no go fit talk say they go do show for O2. Then that's the video scene or the video don't say no, they won't do show like 2 days before Ashake show. So say yes, you know, make what mindset be this? No, this be your decision. All I hear be say they say the president in daughter call the stadium. Wait, the president in daughter they tell the stadium for say no, they for make we do the show. The stadium, you know, my own. The president daughter said no be own. But what I want to talk be say they for understand say it be something where we they do every year. And if we say, as we can do, we need days to set up. That's why I bring Afro Nation as an example. You can't tell we say, president and daughter call in the way. How did they communicate to the president daughter for her to even call and say, they for make Stonebwoy do a show and make we no do one a show? How was the conversation? How did they convey the, no say we they go do show for stadium and Shatta say you know go make we do so you know go allow we make we do. So very stupid. Oh, okay, make a change out. Oh, hello, please, hi, yeah, you know, we have a problem, or you know, we want to do our show on the 22nd and Shatta's own is on the 25th, but he's telling the stadium people he won't allow us to do it and they don't want to give us the date. Oh, how? How can he say that? No, let me call them. Hello, Prof, hello, please. Allow Stone, no, the stadium is for everybody. Everybody can. Very stupid talk, nonsense talk, foolish talk. But if he had explained that, oh, they won't do show on the 22nd, but they hear say and we did do show on the 25th. But in the 25th, we need 3 days to set up and do it. Oh no, let's don't allow them. Let them do it. So after their week, you can also do your show perfectly. Well done. Well done. I did talk something every time for this country inside. See the way people they do favoritism. Right now, I can't know Stonebwoy be MPP artist. You understand me? He be MPP artist. He won't behave like he be MPP. He won't do like he be politics. He they play. No worry. We two will go form Shatta Movement Party. Me, I don't want to join any political party. Cause me, I know they feel lie. Me, I can't.
Well, so this was how it all started last night. Whilst we were on TV doing our thing, and we realized that our man was not a happy man, and he actually went straight, faced the bull by the horn, and as it stands now, the matters are out there. First, because we are going to discuss a full show regarding the Shatta and the stadium issues, I want us to take the issues one after the other so we don't jump the gun. First, what do we think about Shatta's live video? Is the timing right? Handling this issue this way, is it right or wrong? That is what I want to ask my people. And I'll start with Chemo. Yes, Chemo.
Yeah, okay. So I think it is right. Why am I saying that? When the power from above, as we have heard, are coming in to decide certain things, and then for those who cannot have that kind of people to fight for them, they have to come to the masses
and fight for themselves.
Yes, of course. Then the masses, at least, even if it doesn't go your way, then they will know what is going on. Because people will be disappointed if they only hear that Shatta says he can't do the show again. Then he will have a lot of things to do or explanations to do. So it's better that you come out at this time, especially if you don't have strong backing as we have heard it. I mean, when you take the logical side of things, unless somebody will dispute who went there first, then we all know that we shouldn't even get to the point that we are in now. That is other third parties who are not part of the management team or the management members of the stadium shouldn't be in at this at that stage, because it is clear if you book the stadium for any event at all, they should give you ample time to prepare and do your show. If there will be any other show apart from your show, then there should be an arrangement for that. So if the parties are not agreeing, then you go with the norm, what you are always doing or what you are supposed to do. Give at least 1 week for whoever want to have another show to also come in, because a lot of things can happen. There could be damages. There could be other things that whoever staged the show have to pay for. So if you give the stadium for somebody, and then immediately after that, just a day after that, somebody else will also come and occupy the space, and there are damages or whatever, who pays for them? How do you even know that the damages was caused by the first event or the second event? So I think even the stadium people, they should know better and be clear about what's supposed to happen. So that they will know what to do at what point in time. So the first thing I think we have to ask ourselves is that who went there first, or who started the process? And even if nothing at all, we know that Shatta has done it there not once, not twice. This will be this one, this will be the third time that he's staging something like this. So at least he knows the process to some extent. And the team was also working with the process. So how come that somebody will come in and there will be conflict of date and what to do and what not to do? At that point, Shatta cannot face it alone, especially if your big man is not big enough to other people coming on board. Then you have to take it to the public, for public to know what is going on. I'm sure that the Stonebwoy's team will also do their own thing. They will also go out and say whatever they want to say. So it's better Shatta will come out, say it as it is for people to judge. I mean, we know that some people will be biased and stay on one side and defend. At the same time, yes, on both sides, I mean, we have people who will not even listen to what is happening. But we know that they are discerning people. They will listen to both sides and know what is happening. And at this point, we know what is going on. At least the date should even give us a fair idea what is going on.
Of what is happening.
Yes. Why would Stonebwoy even compromise his date if he was the first person to go there? I think if that was true, I mean, as some people want us to believe, he would have been the first person to come out that they are trying to bully him or something.
Yeah.
If he was the first person to go through the process, fix his date as 23rd, and then Shatta Wale from nowhere will come in that I want 25th, so tell Stonebwoy to go back. I don't think Stonebwoy would have agreed.
Never.
In fact, he would have been the first person talking like the way Shatta is talking, because I don't want to believe that he is so quiet or calm that he will say that, okay, me, I don't want any conflict or whatever, so I want to go back. No. If he is that kind of person, then we won't even be hearing this.
True.
He would have decided that, okay, you take the 1 week or whatever you want and do your thing. He is not that type. So obviously nobody is bullying him, but rather the opposite can be true. Because Shatta will also not sit down when to happen. That's why Shatta is talking. So I think at this point, if the power is too much for you, then you need more people on your side. So there's nothing wrong for him to come out at this time. I think it's appropriate time to even say it. So if there's any issues to resolve, this will be the time for us to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Ro.
That's a man. You see, I also agree that the timing is right. Yes, you might think you have ample time on your hand from now to December, but I tell you, it is shorter than so many people see it. It is so short, and it will be heartbreaking for some of these things to happen. Usually, things like this happen behind the scenes, and some people keep quiet out of their pains and whatever they go through.
They don't talk about it.
They don't talk about it. And at the end of the day, if it happens today and we keep quiet, it becomes a precedent. So tomorrow, if it happens, if it happens and you would want to complain again, people would see you some way, because this is not the first time it has been done to you.
Okay.
So if you don't talk now, I ask myself, when would he come out and say it? And I am looking at the whole back and forth that has gone on for a month or more, that this issue was still not able to be resolved, to the extent that we had to fall on other external powers to influence whatever decision we want to take as an industry.
Okay.
It's very sad. So I agree the timing is right. For yes, some people may not agree with his approach, but if you are looking at the substantive issue on board, the timing is very right. And like Chemo said, maybe you might not have the big men on your speed dial.
Yeah.
You may not have the powers that be on your speed dial. But there's also another way of also getting your things done. Or sending, because at the end of the day, both of them are not doing the shows for the big men that they are calling.
True.
They are doing it for the masses. So if tomorrow, Shatta out of these back and forth, the people say, oh, we can't give the stadium to you. It is not up to the big men. It is up to him to communicate with the masses that he's been campaigning for them to come and patronize his event.
The people that he's calling for.
This is it. So the earlier he tells them the situation at hand, the better to save his brand. Okay. So if tomorrow we wake up and Shatta, we see a flyer that, oh, it has been cancelled, because we know people are making plans for that particular show in December. And whatever the communique is, it needs to come out as early as possible.
True.
So that if the show would come on, people who are factoring it into their calendar or their schedules will do it. So we don't wait for like how we've been doing last minute. 1 week to the show, 2 weeks to the show, then we come and announce cancelled or postponed. These things are things that wouldn't help us in any way. and it will not look good for our industry, especially when some big events have left and we are trying to put out certain events to hold forth for that gap.
True.
It is better we try and find solution, and if somebody is not okay with the arrangements going on, the person obviously has every right to come and voice out their displeasure.
Well, let me also get your opinion on this one, whether Shatta was right to come out with a live video and your reaction to it.
Okay, brother. If you ask me, yes, I think the timing is right.
Okay.
The timing is very, very right. It is appropriate for him to come out and speak as at this time.
Okay.
You know, some artists recently cancelled most of their shows, which till date, some of their fans don't know the reasons to why they cancelled their shows.
True. Many of them.
Many
of them.
But the fans don't know the reason behind, which could have been or could be some of these reasons. And again, last week we were making discussion concerning, I1's voicing out on certain issues. Yes, we made an example that there are certain issues that need to be heard, They need to speak out. But here is the case: some of the artists decide to go cool, and then they will not speak out.
I think that's how they want to handle such issues.
But we all know Shatta Wale, how the bond he has with his fans, how he communicates with his fans using his social media platform. In this case, Shatta Wale has initiated, not even initiated, because we know Shatta Wale, this is the 3rd edition that
he has been doing.
He has set to go for this Freedom Wave Festival. You see, one thing, the reason why I will side with Shatta Wale more is that this time around, I think he is moving from Freedom Wave concert to a Freedom Wave Festival.
It is.
Which I think he has loads of events that it will be going within this particular festival, because he thought of it. That is why he moved it from just a concert to a festival.
Yeah, so many activities are in there now.
Definitely. So you can't tell me that he will only need just a day or two to do setup or arrangement for a festival.
When they don't even know what exactly you are coming to do.
Exactly. So if
they don't even have an idea what you are coming to do.
Shatta Wale has every right, as at this time, to speak out, which he is doing. Because so many people wouldn't have known what is going on between the stadium people and then Shatta Wale. And at the end of it all, if things didn't go the way he expected, as Roland said, the show might have been cancelled. People wouldn't still know the reason why the show has been cancelled.
So you also endorse it?
Yes, I endorse it. And brothers, let's all factor things out. We are humans. Sometimes when we feel disappointed, I think the best way is to speak out. The rate at which we harbor things within us,
that kills.
It kills. It kills.
And
yes, your energy. How you plan to do certain things, the energy you expected to put in that particular thing, and all of a sudden, certain things happen, and you'll be like, oh, when you wait, the mommy come on, it kills. So I like the way Shatta Wale is speaking out now, so that if tomorrow somebody gets to see that there's a flyer out that Freedom Wave Festival has been cancelled, which I think it shouldn't be cancelled, and I know it is not going to be cancelled.
Everything is possible.
But definitely I know it shouldn't be cancelled, and it will not be cancelled. So if any SM fan gets to see something of that sort, at least they've seen what is going on, they've heard what is going on. Yeah, so it is right for Shatta to speak.
Okay. Thank you, Kwesi Ama. Let's move on to a story on Ghana Web, still talking about the Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy issues. Let's go on to the website to read some stories and let's see what it is saying. Where the National Sports Authority, they are also talking. The National Sports Authority, they are talking. According to them, they are telling the world that both artists, they have not even booked the venue. And we want to know why they are saying this at this time, and again, what the way forward is. I'm sure we'll be reading that as well when Richie gets that story for us. Meanwhile, information we are gathering is that some of their people spoke on radio earlier today, talking about the fact that when it comes to some of these issues, they need to do some things before they even settle it. And as it starts now, those things are not done. Those things are obviously not done. What is really happening? We will be looking at that. And again, Richie, are you ready to read or move on to the new business? We will also be talking about how Ghana as an industry is still suffering venues, even in the level that we have gotten to as an industry with all the big connects and here and there. Why are we still struggling? Now, the National Sports Authority breaks silence on Shatta Wale Stonebwoy Stadium booking saga and said the Director General of the National Sports Stadium, NSA, Professor Peter Chumasi, has, in an exclusive interview with Ghana Web, stated that none of Stonebwoy nor Shatta Wale has booked the Accra Sports Stadium for a concert yet. According to him, both artists are still in the process of getting the contract signed for the stadium to be used for a concert, but nothing has been decided yet as to who gets the contract. His comment comes on the back of Shatta Wale's claim that he has been told Stonebwoy will do his show this year and his own will have to be done next year due to the clash of dates for the same venue. Speaking exclusively to Ghana Web on Wednesday, September 20th, 2023, Professor Peter Chumasi refuted the claims by Shatta Wale and reiterated that the National Sports Authority has not signed a contract with any of the artists yet for a show to be held at the Accra Sports Stadium. And this quotation says, if the Sports Authority is helping them and they are creating problems for me, the two of them, none of them has a contract with us, National Sports Authority. We are just helping to support their industry. We are yet to sign a contract, so don't bother too much. For now, they are going through the process, getting the contract with the NSA. It's not even done yet, he said. He says, if you write a letter and request a space, then we will look at it and see whether we can offer you or not. But we don't have authority over what we can offer and what we cannot. We are thinking that stadium is a multi-purpose in use, and over the years we have been accommodating them, artists, bit by bit. So it shouldn't create any controversies unless they are just using it to promote their shows. And it goes on like that. You were there.
Yeah.
So he's a professor in what? Are you aware of
that one? Yeah, we don't know. Okay. But the title on him is Professor.
The way he talks, like he can talk nice, so I really want to.
Yeah.
The way he communicates, I mean, he's really good at it. So maybe he's a professor of communication.
Oh, so this is us, eh? Oh, wow. Wow. Richie, didn't put it in the first editorial. You didn't get it. Damn. I see. Yeah, so this is us. Indeed, you were there. The killer was not in.
So there was one empty seat.
Yes. Oh, damn. This picture should have been part of the editorial I did earlier. But that's fine. Yes. Go ahead, Roland.
Well, for what the professor is saying, there is no lie in what he's saying. And especially in the latter that he said, unless they are doing it, they are doing this to hide their show. Of course, we are in an industry where stunts are possible. So for him as an outsider who doesn't know details of the things we do and how we do them, obviously it is not far from him for him to be thinking that way. However, what he's saying is not a lie. Because as far as we are concerned, or I am concerned, which I am part of the meeting, none of us have a contract yet, like he's saying, and everybody is in the process of getting the contract. But unfortunately, some people's demand, which is ours, has been a take it or leave it affair. And that is where somebody like me have a problem, because if you promise, you are the owners of the space. Like he's saying, if you write a letter requesting a space, it doesn't mean that you have it. They have to go through and tell you what they can offer and what they cannot offer. So if somebody writes a letter to you, regardless of when the letter even came, even if the letter went today, and you still think you can't accommodate the person, it's a simple yes or no. But you don't give the person hope, you don't give the person sureties, you don't give the person promises, and later come to tell the person, yes, I said I will give you, but my hands are tied because there are certain calls that are coming from certain quarters onto my phones and it is disturbing me. So now my hands are tied. So it is more or less a take it or leave it kind of affair now for you. Definitely nobody in their zone will be very comfortable with these statements. Because if let's even agree without admitting that Stonebwoy their letter came before the Shatta movement team. Problem no day. At the end of the day, Stonebwoy doesn't need permission from Shatta to do a show at the stadium. Likewise, Shatta. So it is up to the stadium authorities to tell you that, oh, Asumesi is requesting on this day, and we pay your also your request. We know your date is also entering into his dates. Now we've tried to have you guys on a consensus as to how you can collaborate to do it, and over a month it has not been successful.
Yeah.
So it is two things: either we can do it for Asumesi and leave Obenten, or we can do it for Obenten and leave Asumesi, or we will not do it at all. The earlier you let these entities know their stance, the better.
True.
That's to me. Because you see, these two entities have months ahead to plan. And the earlier you let any of them know their stance, the better. So they know how to communicate.
True.
Else, you will find the manager of Stonebwoy saying one thing, calling the SM team liars, and you also find Shatta also saying things that probably they may also not like. Because at the end of the day, the two teams don't know their stance. Because the news circulating is that Stonebwoy thems have paid. But you reach out to the NSA and they will tell you that they've not given anybody any receipts as far as payment is concerned.
True.
They've not given anybody contract as far as negotiation is concerned. So I'm asking myself, so who is lying here? Because as far as we are all concerned, all these three parties were in the meeting.
True.
So we say, we give our account of the meeting. Stonebwoy them says we are lying. But fortunately or unfortunately for them, they come to say the same things we are saying. And the NSA statement comes to confirm what we are also saying, that up to date, nobody has received the contract yet. But we still have people parading that, oh, they've made payment. Oh, they've secured it. And I'm asking myself, like, where is the back and forth? Whose mind are they trying to play with? Whose mind are you trying to play with? And these two people involved are not kids. And they are not soft people, if you ask me.
Never.
These two people are very outspoken people. And if you should do something that would discomfort Shatta, he would come and respond. Stonebwoy and his team will not also keep quiet.
True.
So why should the NSA bring this kind of pressure on them for you to come and respond this way? For the response there, it is sweet. It is sweet and we know where it is coming from. But then, the real issue has nothing to do with somebody not allowing the other to do a show. The real issue here is somebody's date entering into somebody who has been promised that same date. And it is now a take it or leave it for the person who was promised.
Fact.
So if they are able to do their things very well and as quickly as possible, this whole issue is not an issue that should be extended into the presidency. It is sad if you ask me. This is what will make Chief go to Detroit and come and cry here that people are sabotaging them. Because at the end of the day, they don't have the president's daughter to place a call to Detroit. Let's try as a people. Let's try to fix things ourselves. Else, if the little thing, because we have people on our speed dial, we are quick to make calls, then it means that we say we are running an industry or our affairs, we don't know what we are about.
True.
Because we can't secure even a venue. And we want them to come and build a venue for us. It is a joke. It is a complete joke. For the NSA boss to say, oh, his hands are tied. That is sad. Because I am asking myself, okay, so where is, even if there is a chain of command and your boss can just veto you to do certain things, I'm asking myself, you are saying that you can just present the things you can do and the things you cannot do. Now, you have agreed, even in your document, that the 3 days that Stonebwoy Dems are entering into is a discomfort. You people have acknowledged it. Yet,
from day one.
Yet, you want the other party to agree to the discomfort. Oh, last year you did it while you were able to use 1 day. So good. Like, you know that this thing that I'm giving to this person is not good. Yet, you want the person to say, oh, it's okay. Because you think the other person has done something good by shifting from 23rd to 22nd. It is nothing. Shifting from 23rd to 22nd is just like one step forward, one step back.
Exactly.
That's how it is. Because those people, the people who are calculating, oh, but he shows 22nd and yours is 25th, they don't know the details of what is going on, and they want to count. Oh, so you have 23rd, 24th, 25th, do it. You see, the counting of 1, 2, 3 is not practically what is being done on ground. So.
True.
Because if Stonebwoy does a show on 22nd, he is going to finish on 23rd. And that 23rd, even if he finishes around 12 midnight 23rd, he would have about 12 hours or more to do tearing down. So I'm asking myself, even if Stonebwoy and his team is given 23rd to do tearing down and clearing the stadium and everything, how many days left?
Just 1 day.
For Shatta and his team to also come and do setup.
Yeah.
And I heard also Chief saying on some spaces that, oh, what setup and what are you going to do? You see, we do this. We want people to compromise, do things off standard. Then tomorrow when they do it, you use that same thing to insult them. So you want, if Afro Nation comes and is able to get a whole week to do setup there, it is Afro Nation, we should leave them. If Global Citizen comes, if Black Star, let's check the number of this Black Star line even used in doing their setup. Oh, we should leave them. But if Shatta Wale says he wants 3 days to do setup there, what kind of stage is he coming to mount? He's coming to mount Heaven stage. He's bringing Heaven to the Accra Sports Stadium. That's why he needs the 3 days. Unless the NSA wants to say that 3 days is not part of the arrangement. And Shatta and his team are just demanding for it. If that is also another case, then they should let it be known. They should let their communication be straight. As they are saying they've not given anybody contract. I was expecting Prof to say that. So anybody who is out there speculating they've been given a contract is false. Be blunt like that. Because you see this English that he said, some people will still not get it. Some people will still not get it.
True.
And this has nothing to do with somebody hates somebody or somebody loves somebody. Somebody hates somebody or somebody loves somebody is not part of this conversation. The conversation is 2 people have their dates to do their shows. So why is Shatta Wale not fighting Saga there for doing a show that same day?
Yeah.
Why is the last year? I remember even Kim Promise's show was clashing with other events.
Yeah.
Nobody had an issue. Stonebwoy has been doing 23rd as far as I can remember. Nobody has an issue. Yet now, if people are seeing issues in Stonebwoy's dates, then they should really ask for details and understand the details very well when it is being presented to them. And they should leave the sentiments and you hate this person, you are sabotaging this person, you are sabotaging that person. It's not what is going to help the industry. Because at the end of the day, we all present ourselves as jokes to these people who we expect them to come and build auditoriums for us. Because you people now securing one auditorium crap, you can't sit down and secure it.
Well, Kwesiama will speak next on this particular topic. Yes, Kwesi.
Brother.
Mm.
Prof. As Temo said,
he's a professor in biochemistry.
You've confirmed.
Yeah. From KNU University.
Oh, okay.
So, Prof of
your alma mater.
Yeah.
Prof really, spoke well, but there are certain points in the write-up that I don't agree with.
Okay.
Particularly about, doing the industry a favor. That's what he said.
We are helping
we are helping the industry.
Their industry.
If you are helping their industry,
but they are helping you. You don't have a venue. They are helping you.
The amount that they take
you
for
are doing
this
business.
Event, in fact, they take more than $10,000.
And you can't tell me that
and
you are
then
helping
the industry. It's 10,000 cheap money.
You see, sometimes it becomes sad.
And the word that you can use is helping the support.
The industry.
Okay, so you're supporting the industry. Okay. We here.
So as I said, you are not supporting the industry. You are doing business.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm disappointed at them as well.
Mm-hmm.
We all know Shatta has been doing this. As I made mention earlier on, this is the 3rd edition.
Yeah.
So if not for anything, any other artist is seeking the venue, which Shatta stated that he doesn't own the place.
Never.
His father doesn't own the place.
Never.
Anybody at all, including myself, if I have the means,
Yeah.
I can go secure the place for whatever I want to use it for,
Mm-hmm.
provided it is legal in their documents to accept.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if someone is securing the place, you make certain considerations.
Yeah.
In this case, we are talking about Shatta and Stonebwoy.
Mm-hmm.
We know the numbers they pull. We know their pedigree.
Yeah.
So you make considerations in these. In their decisions. Their requests.
Yeah.
Shatta has done this for twice. This is the 3rd time. Stonebwoy also wants to join, which we all know that Stonebwoy, that is not where he holds his concert.
Yeah.
He holds it at a different location.
Mm.
This is where people will be like, oh, Saga organizes his event, the Rapaholic on 25th, but Shatta Wale also decided to bring Freedom Wave on 25th.
Mm.
That's cool.
Mm.
Other people, bring the conversation that once upon a time, back in 2018,
Mm-hmm.
Stonebwoy had a show
Mm-hmm.
and
On 28th.
on
December.
28th, thank
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
And Shatta Wale also planned a date, an event
Mm-hmm.
on that
On
same
the
date.
At the same venue.
At the same time.
That is it. That is the problem. We are all forgetting that.
So
these
Stonebwoy is hard. You
events-
could have done 20 feet at the how do we call it?
The Elwak.
Airwalk. And you could have done 20 feet
Yes.
if really you wanted to
Independence
do.
Square is there.
After that is Christmas Day.
Exactly. So those that are asking that Shatta Wale has been doing this and then saying that this is karma, no. If you ask me, it is not karma. You need to cross-check the facts.
Mm.
That if Stonebwoy had done this, on that particular day, even if it was on the 25th of December, at a different location, I don't think we would have been here talking about
Not
it.
at
Who
all.
would have even
We will
gone there?
not even notice.
I can reckon I can be man common eye then.
Because-
Let's see who has the numbers.
Because as we sit here now, Rapaholic is still 25th.
Yeah.
And then
Sakwa is not crying.
Sakwa is not crying.
In fact,
because it is not the
if
same.
Stonebwoy had been at that place, like nobody will be complaining now.
You see, so if these two events were to be on the same day but separate events, we wouldn't have had issues. But now the issue is you are having your show a day or two before Shatta Wale at the same place.
Mm.
I think
Why is he even living there? I think we have to find out too. Why is he living there?
He says there's pressure. He says there's pressure on the venue,
Which venue?
the fantasy,
Okay,
the Grand Arena.
2018 distance.
yeah. So this is the 28th.
Wait, I was trying to understand. Is it there is pressure
On the Grand Arena.
So releasing the pressure to come and give it to the stadium.
If there's pressure,
From 5 back to 5. There's pressure at the Grand Arena. You are taking the pressure from there. Come and give it to the stadium.
The patrons or the people in his last event, they were so much that the Grand Arena can't contain them.
No. They were not like that.
Okay,
We were there.
so,
We were there. The space had enough.
Oh,
There was enough space at the back. Yeah, the people were just in the front. You know, they had some VIP session, and so it was from that the whole place. Was,
so you want to say they are lying?
They are not telling the truth, bro.
But they are not lying.
They are not telling the truth, like the professor.
In the course of all these conversations, Stonebwoy, Shatta Wale, Saga, whoever, I mean all our top artists, what is Kumasi doing?
It is the money, bro.
What
It is not easy to say you are going to Kumasi like that, though.
Yeah.
But definitely, one of these our top artists can try it and then can do it.
Who do you think should try it?
That is the case. So if you are, like you said, Stonebwoy, so
in your
Shatta Wale.
capacity, who do you think should try it now as we speak?
well, in my capacity, I think Stonebwoy could have opted that. Okay, even if he was on the same date.
Only Shatta Wale can do it.
Yeah, even
Say
if
it like
no,
that.
I'm coming. I'm building a point. Even if he was on the same date, 25th. Okay, Shatta Wale is doing it 25th at the Accra Sports Stadium. Okay, Stonebwoy, I'm also doing it on 25th, Kumasi. You understand? Then let's see what happens. Let's get the whole Ghana talking. Let's get the whole Ghana enjoying. I mean, feel the Christmas vibes. But in this case,
it's also a business decision. Let's don't forget that.
all right. But then in this case, I think Stonebwoy is still saying that he has secured a place. I mean, this morning I listened to him on this Dusty show. He's saying that the date still remains the same and the event is going to come off. Definitely he has a point, and then he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
Just like
sure.
you made mention of that, you have sources which indicate that certain payments have been done somewhere which hasn't been captured in
But the
Prof's
prof
reports.
is also saying
Yes,
otherwise.
which hasn't been captured on Prof's reports. But definitely he knows what he's saying.
Okay.
Now, if he asks me, what I would say is, Shatta Wale. Yes, we all know how Shatta Wale command the street when he goes to Kumasi. So he can still look at those ways if it is possible that. And yet, okay, we are doing it at another place. And I think it's going to be big. And if it becomes successful, trust me, I don't know, Shatta Wale will always be the king for the streets.
Wow. Shatta Wale doesn't need to prove himself to
Yes,
anybody.
yes.
He doesn't need to move to Kumasi to prove anything.
yes.
If not for anything, why not the new person who doesn't have any linkage to the stadium, who doesn't have any loyalty or legacy left in the stadium? Shatta has a legacy left in the stadium. He knows how he does it. So if you are also coming to build, why are you not building something different? But coming to build just under his nose, it is slow. Chabu, let me listen to you. The NSS
interesting
report.
Report or what? I don't even know how to describe it. Coming from Prof, he's a professor of biochemistry.
Okay.
From KNUS. He was the head of biochemistry department before getting the appointment to be the boss for the NSC, the National Sports Authority. Yeah. I am disappointed in his statement or interview. Why am I saying that? He wasn't clear and that authoritarian as he's supposed to be as a boss of NSC. He couldn't say it as it is. I mean, why am I disappointed again is the fact that now they are calculating some form of damages for Shatta Wale to pay for a show that he did a year ago. Okay. And it took how many years for them to even calculate the damages? that Shatta Wale is supposed to pay. But this time around, you are saying that a show can come on within 3 days or 2 days, and you can still calculate the damages for whatever damages that may come for the person to pay. So what happened to the other one? That you couldn't do it then. Now that you have even done that, and now expecting the person to pay, you are giving the same place to that person again. But this time around, you are adding other events, and then after that, you calculate the damages for, and who is going to pay that damages? I think Prof should come again. I mean, it should be clear. The event now, even thinking about it, I think the 3 days clear interval is not even enough. I think it should be 1 week, because after the show, apart from the people taking their logistics or whatever, you two as a team, the management of the space, you have to go around, assess everything, see whether everything is intact or not, because it will be in the contract that you pay for damages after the show. If there are any damages like that, you pay, besides paying over $10,000. So there should be clear-cut days for you to do that assessment.
True.
But if you are going to do that assessment, if indeed if you even do it in that short time, then you won't do a fair assessment. You just look at the person or just listen to the name and then give them some damages. So now I'm even doubting the damages that they are saying that Shatta Wale cost the last time, and now he has to pay about 40,000 or something. I'm doubting that figure. I think it's a means to frustrate Shatta Wale to even say that I won't do the show again. That's what I'm thinking. Based on what is happening, that's I think I'll be in that. I think I will not be far from wrong if I have that stuff.
Because even that figure or those figures that they are throwing about on the day of the meeting, we had a different figure. Now somebody, I don't want to trust him though, but somebody who claims to have gotten an intel from the office also saying a different figure. So
and why is it now that even that figure is coming up? I think the first day that even after the show that Shatta Wale went well or whatever, that figure should be out, waiting for Shatta Wale to come and pay anytime that he approaches to use the place. Even if that time you couldn't reach out to him to pay, that figure should be out. So the first thing that you even have to talk about from the day that the letter, when there was a reply to say that you owe us 40,000 or whatever damages, you have to pay before we even proceed to the next one. You didn't do that. Now that there are issues, you are bringing that thing in. I think it's part of the frustration. It's part of it.
And I would agree with you more.
Yes, and I have every right to go that direction.
I would agree with you more.
So looking at all these things, then you can easily conclude that they are not being fair to Shatta Wale. So it's okay for him to come out and rant or say whatever that he needs to say, so that the people will know what is going on, even if they are doing that to him. For those who are suggesting that he should go to Kumasi, yes, I think if anybody at all can do it in Kumasi, it will be Shatta Wale. But the problem is that it's also a business decision.
And cost effective.
Yes. He's paying over $10,000 in Accra. Now imagine how much he will pay if he decides to move to Kumasi. Because it will not just be about the paying for the venue. It will also be about the logistics. It will also be about the personnel and all that. So he will spend over $50,000 to make it happen in Kumasi. And maybe he will spend at most $30,000 to make it happen in Accra here. So if you are suggesting that he should move to Kumasi, then we should also be talking about the money, the business side of it. Because it's not cheap.
Or not.
Yes, it's not cheap like that. But yes, I can bet that only Shatta Wale can make it happen in Kumasi. Others, they are international artists, but I am positive that they can't fill Kumasi Sports Stadium. In fact, they won't get half of the number that Shatta can pull in Kumasi. Shatta has proven it just not long ago. I mean, we saw the numbers when they did the game park launch. We saw it. None of them, apart from Shatta, can pull that number. So that's why I think many people will suggest that Shatta should rather move it to Kumasi. They know that the international artists cannot do it. They can't. That's the truth. And what is happening? I mean, it's obvious that they just want to frustrate Shatta Wale. I think Shatta Wale did well coming out. I support that idea, and at this point in time, those who are listening, who are watching us, should judge for themselves what is happening, whether it is fair or not. They can judge.
Okay, so we are closing. What is the way out? Let me get your opinion, because I want us to combine these two areas. The fact that our industry lacks venues or spaces for events, and it is out of that we are all witnessing what is happening. So now that problem is there. Our industry lacks event venues. In fact, the one that they even promised to build at the Kumasi Cultural Center, it is still not in, and we are still waiting for it. We are not too sure when it is going to be built. So, looking at all these problems, what is the way out for this particular saga? What is the way out? 2 minutes, and we wrap up. Chemo, maybe I can still start from you.
Cool. The way forward, I think the solution is not government agencies coming in to even build venues, because for government agencies, some of these problems will never go away. I mean, that's why some of us, sometimes when somebody says that the government should help and all that, I laugh, because it comes with problems. If it was a private company that Prof is handling, this wouldn't be a problem. His decision would be final. But this time around, there's authority somewhere, and in this case, president's daughter, who can command Prof to change whatever decision that he has made long before getting to this stage. So government agencies is not a solution. I think private agencies, I mean, and hearing this number, I think it will be a lucrative venture if you have money to come out with a big stadium like this, and if you can charge $10,000 per event, I mean, in no time you get your money back and even make profit. So I would rather appeal to the investors, the private organizations, to do something like that. Depending on government agency will not help us, and it does not help anybody in any way, because there will be influence that will bring some of these things. Because if this happen to be a private organization, in fact, the list will be even out already. Like, these are the spaces that are available. Book it and we are gone. Or pay more for the space. I mean, for a private person, he can say that, okay, Shatta and Stonebwoy, whoever can pay more, I will give it to you. At that point, if you can pay, forget about you coming first. But this is not the case. This one, government agencies, some people somewhere can decide what should happen, regardless of who came first or whatever. So I would say that I would rather advise the private organization to come in. Building more event grounds and whatever in the name of the government will not help us. The better way may be PPP, the private partnership, public partnership. That will be the fair than just government coming in, and a private organization will solve this problem.
Well, let me go on to Kwesi Ama and talk to him finally on this. Kwesi, what do you think is the solution out? We know we have event venues problem, and again, we also want a way out between Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy. What do you think should be the way out finally? Then we wrap up on this note.
Okay, but before then, I would want to ask, what is the president's daughter doing in this whole
well, she has been part of a certain creative arts agency.
She's the CEO of the creative arts.
How functional is even that agency? We still don't know what they are doing for the industry at the moment, and she has been part of it, as a matter of fact. So that is why maybe someone thinks she also has a say in here. But we don't have a problem with someone calling the president's daughter. But did the president's daughter ask the problems, what the problems were? Or because she had power, she just called no, Because I'm sure if she really wanted to do a better job, she could have also called the other part. Okay, I'm the creative arts agency president or chairman or chairwoman or whatever. This report has come to me, but because I'm the overlord of all of you, what are you saying? What are you saying?
Yes.
Then we talk. But you decided not to listen to one part. So
Okay,
it is what it is.
That's about that. But again, with the media, I mean, the top guys, those on both on radio, TV, I mean, or social media, when such issues pop up, when such issues come out, sometimes let's not look at the personalities involved. Let's tackle the issues and then say it as it is.
Yeah.
Forgetting that, oh, Shatta Wale there, say. Oh, Stonebwoy there, blah, 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 blah. But then the issue at hand, I'm sure if it was the other way around, things would have been different. I mean, how some people that are,
right?
are speaking out,
I know,
it would
right?
have been different. So when
Very,
the
very
issues
different.
come, let's stick to the issue and then address it instead of going after personalities that they involve that oh, we should stop that. Because so many people are learning from, especially you, the top guys. But finally, with the way out, I think my senior Chamo has said a lot. We should look out for the public partnership, private-public partnership side, because there are so many venues, or there are certain venues.
There was the Fantasy Dome at the trade fair.
Yeah.
What has happened to it? They've collapsed it.
Yeah.
In the name of government going to use their property, blah blah
And
blah.
as we speak now,
Sorry.
the place is like, it is bushy. The place, nothing is going on there. Yeah. So as I said, let's look at a public-private partnership, because more times, if the place becomes a public place or for the government, sometimes the management and then certain things don't go accordingly. But then when it is for a private person, or if it becomes something for a private person, let's look at our cinemas. The cinemas for, private individuals. Look at how effective it has been. And then look at, because I know we had cinemas before these private people came to set their own.
Yeah.
How effective are those cinemas?
Oh, now they have given it to the churches.
Yes.
Yeah, they use it for prayers.
So definitely, if the government is supposed to provide,
where we are looking for 23rd, we want to go and pray.
So if the government is supposed to provide places for us, our shows, our concert, blah blah blah, definitely it will still go this way. But if it is a public-private partnership business, me as an individual, a private person, I'll see to it that it goes on and then goes on well. However, it will still come, with how do I say it? Let's invest in our showbiz sector. Let's invest in our showbiz sector. This will still be another case study. Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale's issue will still be a case study. Just let's use the public-private partnership. Yes, I think Chemo said it all.
Okay. Close us in 2 minutes. Our time is up.
The solution is one. It's just few. For government to build the friends and auditoriums for us there. We know if we say we are waiting for government to build auditorium, it is the next 3 generations that will even come and start it. Not build it or finish it, to start it. Because even the Kapopoi was grading for it. We are not seeing. So it is, you see, elsewhere we have arenas, stadiums, and other places that have been named by certain entities or certain companies because they sponsor it. So we have the Coca-Cola Arena, we have other sporting centers or auditoriums like that. Partnering with some of these companies. In this country, we are banning celebrities from advertising whatever. Even in our space, that's in Krana, we ourselves, we don't understand. Because as far as I'm concerned, other people are being used from other countries as ambassadors, and their billboards are all over our streets.
Even the Dubai one, is it Coca-Cola or something?
Yeah, the Coca-Cola Grand Arena.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola Arena.
So we can partner with some of these people not long ago, Shatta Wale performed on Game Park stage. Is Game Park not a betting company?
Yeah, it is.
Did somebody hold the company?
No.
Did somebody hold Shatta Wale?
No.
So where is the confusion? Why are we not trying to find solutions to our problem, and we want to do government this, government that? Meanwhile, there are some partnerships that we can seriously tap into, because I'm looking at a whole company like a private entity like Vodafone being tasked to build an auditorium, and we will name it after you. A company, all these companies are here trying to find a way to invest in this creative industry. If we know and understand how lucrative these things are, just ask them. The government wants people to bring over 1 million people from diaspora to Ghana. When they come, which auditoriums are they going to? People will fly to O2 and other areas because those spaces can accommodate them.
True.
You understand? We wouldn't have Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale fighting for Accra Sports Stadium if somebody also equally had an auditorium as big as the Accra Sports Stadium and it's nearby. No, they won't worry their head up and down. You understand? So let's accept this partnership, or let's think about it, or let's speak the truth. Because the truth has fallen down in this country.
Flat.
The truth is lying down flat in this country. Let's speak the truth. Let's let people know what we can do and what we cannot do.
Okay.
If we are able to do this, I'm sure in the coming days we'll be fine.
Well, this is how we end today's edition of Showbiz Daily. But when I come back, me and Roland, we're going to have a discussion on matters on social media. Hey, are people just dumb, or they just want to fool? Because I'm reading commentaries from industry people that you expect them to know better, and listening to them and the things they are saying. You understand? Hey, what is happening? Sometimes, some of them, I even call them backdoor just to speak to them, for them to understand. You speak to them back then, they come forward and they still act like they don't know what is happening.
It's just like bathing a pig.
When I come back, I have a session with Roland. We'll be looking at that as well. So wait for that tomorrow. That will also be coming your way. This has been Showbiz Daily. Special thanks to Kwesiama, Roland Amate, and Tim Dodo Solomon Chemo, Digital Rasta, Currency on camera, Richie Flex, editor director of the show. My name is Sammy Flex. Subscribe to us and let's do more. We'll be following up and we'll be sharing all the updates with you. But let's all be objective on this and say it how we have to say it. Let's speak truth to power. Let's speak truth to power.
The masses are with us.
Someone is not treating Shatta Wale fairly. But everybody seems not to care about that.
We don't care.
If it had been Shatta Wale going to do that to Stonebwoy, like this country, I can I know Trump nicer. Now someone wants to do it, it's normal, it's normal. Wow! We are out of here.